Thank you for calling, sir. Call you speaking to Karen. How can I help?
Oh, hi there, Karen. Karen, someone WhatsApped me over a link to your email as far as landlords and
Yeah.
offering up properties. I just had a look on your site, and I was just wondering what the protocol is basically.
All right. What's your name?
My name's Daniel
Daniel. What's your surname?
Woods.
Woods. Okay. Let me check. I'm just going to take all your details, Daniel, if that's all right, just in case the call drops.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah. And then I can call you back. Have you got an email address, please?
Yep, it's TD, T for Tommy,
DD.
D for Delta, Kent, T for Tommy, D for Delta,
Oh yeah.
Kent, as in the area, Kent.
DD Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LLP
Yeah.
at outlook.com.
Brilliant. Okay. So someone sent you some details, and have you got which part of the country are you in?
Well, I live in the Kent area, but we have properties in Birmingham, and my business partner is my brother. He has some properties down in Yarmouth.
All right. Okay. Great. Well, that's good then, because we do the northwest, the Midlands, and the east of England.
Yeah, I did see that on your website before I phoned you up. I just wondering how it all works, how long the lease is, and stuff like that, really.
Yeah, definitely. Right, well, I'll tell you what I can do. I can send you an email with all the information on, so all the benefits of coming with us, how long the lease is for, what we're looking for in family properties, HMOs, things like that.
Sure.
But basically what happens is we are looking for asylum accommodation in all those areas.
Okay.
Before we can take a property on, it has to be untenanted. We can't even look at a property if there's tenants still in it.
Okay.
All right, because we can't be seen to be making people homeless.
Sure.
So first of all, it has to be untenanted. I then have to know exactly which area it is in the Midlands, exactly which area it is in Yarmouth or whatever. So postcodes are always useful.
Yep.
Because then I have to check that us and the local authority are happy for that to be taken on.
Sure. Oh, well, do you work with the council then? Do you?
Yeah, we work with the local housing authority.
Right, gotcha.
So we work for the Home Office.
Right.
So the Home Office employ us to find accommodation and sort that accommodation out for asylum
Right.
seekers.
I'm with you.
We're a blue chip company.
Yeah.
So once we lease a property from you, you know that you're with a blue chip. We're a massive company. You've not got any doubts or concerns about us. The good things about when you rent your property out to us is we do the monthly maintenance checks.
Right.
We do the repairs and maintenance in the house. There's no management fees.
Wow.
We pay your gas, electric, water, council tax. And the good thing is there's no voids in your rent. The minute we take it, you get that rent every single month at the end of every month.
Right, and you're saying that you can give contracts for a minimum of 5 years, yes?
No, we can't. Does it say that on the...
On the website it says leasing up to 5 years.
Right, I'll have to check that because as far as I know, it's 6 years and 11 months.
Oh, so it's more than 5 years then?
Yeah, it's 6 years,
blimey.
11 months. And at any point in that 6 years, 11 months, if you give us 6 months' notice, time to house any residents we might have in there,
Yeah.
if you give us that 6 months' notice, then that's absolutely fine. So you're not tied to it, but you do have to give us the 6 months.
Gotcha.
We do it 6 years, 11 months.
Right.
So that, if it goes to 7 years, you have to then register for the deeds of the property and things. That's why we keep it under 6 years, 11 months and keep reviewing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And so, sorry, if I could just interrupt. If, say, you say you pay all the bills and that there.
We pay gas, electric, water and council tax.
Oh, yeah, that was my main concern with the council tax, because I had some I had the council chasing me for a council tax because I was renting out a property this summer. And that is, obviously, because times are so hard at the minute, they fell behind with their payments on council tax, and then they basically vacated the property, that left it in quite a bit of rent arrears. And I had the council that was coming after me. Obviously, I've squared it up now because obviously I just showed them the tenancy agreement. They said, well, the people that was in the property was liable for the council tax. So, you know, it can't fall on me because it was quite high. It was quite an high bill. So what happens then? Do you pay everything and then what, the tenants pay you back or?
We are the tenants.
Oh, right. So basically they can move into the property, don't have to pay any gas, any water, any electric, any council tax. You pay all that for the person that moves in?
Yeah, well, we pay it. Yeah, we pay it.
Oh, right. So you could basically...
Because that person is seeking... That person is asylum seeker, so they're not allowed to work while they're seeking asylum.
Oh, right. So they can basically have the property for 5 years, don't have to work, don't have to pay any bills?
No. I don't know. Not for the whole period they're there.
Right. Until they get asylum, then they have to start paying, do they? I just want to make sure, because I don't want to give out a property and then obviously I get bills run up or council tax paid up or this ain't paid or that ain't paid, and it puts me in an awkward situation as far as court fees. And because we had a tenant in there before that wasn't paying any rent, then we had to put a section 21 on them, then they wouldn't move out of the property, then we had to pay all the court fees to get them out and all that sort of stuff. So if we wanted to get a tenant out, do we still have to go through that same process, or do you take care of all that sort of side of it?
Yeah, well, we will be your tenant.
Right, so you will be.
So,
gotcha.
Yeah, so what happens is we take on your property as your tenant, and then we put aside, we pay your council tax. That is guaranteed for the whole time we've got that property, the 6 years, 11 months, we pay all that for you.
Right.
We also pay your rent at the end of every month, come what may, no matter who is in there. Once we onboard that property, we your tenants.
Okay, and what if a tenant goes in there and, I don't know, they're causing a nuisance to the neighbourhood or anything like, will you'll deal with that? And
deal with it.
You get it all sorted out, so it's nothing that has to fall on my head.
We deal with it. We do monthly property checks, so we do all that. You know, if the tenants are behaving in a way that's causing problems, then we deal with that as well.
Right.
So we deal with that. We become the tenants and we look after that property. There's certain things in the lease that when landlords see it, they get a bit frightened about, which says things like you have to put a new bathroom in or a new kitchen after a certain amount of years.
Yeah.
Now, people get frightened about that, but it only says if Serco request it.
Right.
Now, if Serco request it, that will be because it's falling apart and it's not fit for purpose. It won't be because it's not this year's colours. Do you know what I mean?
I've got you. And in the properties, what are they? Are they just normal family people? Because I don't know a lot about immigration. I mean, you'll know more about it than me.
Right, it varies. It varies.
Right.
There's far more families. I think if you were to probably base it on the small amount you might know from the media, you might think it's just all young men. It varies. It's young men, young ladies, it's families with children, lots of children who go into the care system because the parents have sent them over on their own.
Okay.
So we obviously don't house them because they go into the care system,
Sure.
which to me is just tragic. But it is families, it's single men and women. It's a variety. You can't choose who goes in your property because we have such a need for the properties. We just house in there who we think is more suitable for. So if it's a family property, we try and put a family in there. If it's a HMO, then we put handfuls of people in there. So it really varies. Well, you'd be surprised at how many families there are, as well as single men and women.
Sure. Yeah, because you know what it's like when you see all this rubbish on the BBC and all that. They just show like all these young men coming over, don't they? And so
you know what?